Hello and welcome again to the Friday Wrap for August 26th. Hope you were able to join us for the concert last weekend. It was excellent. What I heard most often from residents was they were awesome and it was one of the best bands we ever had. The band was called GMRC. They actually, it was the first time they played for us. They've only been together for 3 years. Especially I remember hearing the horns guy, I think his name was John. And it's also great to hear the percussionist and on the bongos or conga drums, who is Anavar Salgado. He has been very helpful to our village in some previous concerts with sound. He's also the father of Andrew Salgado, who's a rising country star in Nashville. So that was great. Tonight's entertainment is a jazz band called the New Standard. As a reminder, the concert season actually was extended 2 weeks. First time we've ever had concerts in September. It'll be extended till September 9th. In an effort to also help celebrate our 60th anniversary as a village. This week was kind of busy. There was a special event held for congressional candidate Tonya Curry, the 11th district. She's running against Bill Foster. That was held in Ambriance on Sunday. I've gotten to know Tonya pretty well. I was especially feeling close to her because she's both Polish and Catholic. And that event was hosted by Dr. Gasana Bood in Ambriance. It was attended by Illinois Tollway Chairman Bob Schillerstrom, as well as County Board Member and former Mayor Gary Grasso and dozens of other supporters. On Monday, we held a Personnel Committee meeting in a closed session to discuss collective bargaining issues in public works. It was followed by the Village Board meeting, with most items were on the consent agenda. But discussed at length was one request by a Burr Ridge couple who are wanting to open up a running store and fitness apparel store in the Village Center, but with special approval for some limited sales of craft beer and wine, in particular, especially for the running clubs. It's kind of a social thing and good for camaraderie. That was approved unanimously. And also the request by Mars Chocolates to replace their old rooftop equipment, but to retain the variation to not be required to have additional fencing up there. That was actually pulled off the consent agenda by a resident. Claiming that it was too visible by residents up on top of the roof. Well, after hearing from the Plan Commissioner Mike Stratus, the nearest home was over 550 feet away, which is basically 2 football fields. That also was passed unanimously. Also approved was a small expenditure to allow me to go to John Madden's graduation from the FBI Academy. Our Chief of Police has been there for 10 weeks during a great program at the U.S. Marine Base in Quantico. I really would have liked to attend, but I was unable to rearrange a business trip. And I'm hoping that the village will be represented by our senior trustee and Mayor Pro Tem, Al Paveza. Also this weekend, I should say, there's a great event out in Geneva called the Geneva Concours d'Elegance 2016. It's going to be held on Sunday the 28th. It's a display of the premier automobiles and motorcycles dating back to the early 1900s. They're pristine. It's actually the kind of event that Jay Leno sends his cars to, at least when it's out in California. And also many Burr Ridge residents will have their cars there, and especially Mr. Don Stevens, who you may know already. He has a beautifully restored 1937 LaSalle. There'll be plenty of volunteers and judges there. It's a great family event, and this information was provided by a good friend, Burr Ridge property owner and fellow car enthusiast, John Moskal. This past weekend, I had really some blessed encounters, I would call them. It was an incredible experience and an honor to meet the Cardinal Norberto Rivera Carrera. He's actually the Archbishop of Mexico City, a population of 43 million people, and also the primate Archbishop of Mexico itself. Meeting the head cardinal. He was visiting the Drake Hotel in Oak Brook, and I was for a special event to help celebrate his 50th anniversary as a priest. That actually was hosted and held by his niece and her husband, Telly and Jim Nagel, who are the new owners of that incredible historic hotel. That was really neat, an honor to meet him. He also gave me a special rosary that was given to him by Pope Francis during his visit to Mexico. So that was special. Also there, very fascinating, was I met Father Burke Masters, who is he's in Joliet, It was amazing to hear his story, how he didn't become a priest until he's turned age 30 years old, after a career in the minor leagues with the White Sox and the Kane County Cougars. It's no surprise, I should say, that Father Burke is now heading up the recruiting efforts of new priests for the Joliet Diocese. On a personal note, it is official. We're having a book signing. I should say Barbara's Bookstore is having a book signing for me, my new book, Big Goals, Short Deadlines. It is on September 10th, on Patriots Day weekend, I should say, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. We're also going to have hors d'oeuvres and wine tasting provided by good old Brookhaven. And I'm hoping Faith is going to be there to host that. And I'm sure many of you know her. By the way, I also included some pretty cool pictures, I think, of the village I took this week. You're welcome to use those as you like, but really some good angles of the village that I enjoyed taking. So hope you have